Good morning and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay on this morning. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm. So, like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those good things, those things of the things. That's what they say, the things of the things. Okay. Um, yeah, if you would like to support the channel, you can definitely support the channel via Cash App. Okay. I wanted to talk about step your game up and stop worrying about other people. Okay. And what made me come up with this is, as I kind of pay attention to it, but it has always happened, especially within our community. Um, but I have to say, when I got on here, because there's no structure. You see people say all the time when people work on jobs and things of that nature, they get hated on. Okay. Um, but there are normally rules and things of that nature on jobs. So people cannot just as viciously go at people. But you got when you get on I see on YouTube, how sick people are, and it usually always comes from with our community. And normally, when Black people want to destroy each other, they always have somebody in other communities, such as the hackers, that they have on here to help them, right? Um, but stop worrying about other people and step your game up. I see how, when I started coming on YouTube and um I see how people, they steal your stuff, they steal your phrases, I can tell just as good when somebody, men and women, been looking at my stuff. They use my verbiage. I know my verbiage, it's verbatim, you know what I mean? They use it verbatim. Okay. And hey, I wouldn't even have no issues with it. But the issues with people is they want to I see people want to mimic you and then turn around and either destroy your credibility and on here destroy your try and kill you, and I mean physically try and kill you. I was somebody was in my chat last night, and they was talking about, some of these hackers, some of these Black vloggers that's on here that have these hackers that have these women to go and troll in their chats. They think that they're surrounded by these weak-minded women um that got their back, and I can't understand when these women got more to lose than these men ever could, because they got the children, they got the grandkids. These men ain't got shit. They use the women to draw a crowd to them, right? That's what they do. That's normally what pimps do. Okay, when they have that pimp mentality, they use the women to draw whatever it is that they're trying to get to them, and the women always come up lacking, right? So that's the reason why, for me, I've never particularly cared. I know when men have that users type mentality, that pimp type mentality, and that's the reason why it didn't surprise me when I learned that a lot of human trafficking goes on here. There are a lot of pedophiles and a lot of sexual predators that have blogs on here, right? Um, because and that hate women. I was talking to my friend just not too long ago. We was talking about a blogger that's got a lot of subscribers, and he liked to steal from me all the time. Okay, and we was talking about, but he hates women. He you could tell that he does not. I don't look at him like that. They do. Because I didn't even know it was stealing like that until I started paying attention after they told me. But I noticed what these men will do is on here, not all of them, because you got, let's see, OG Jacario, when they get something from somebody, it don't hurt to shout them out, right? But what they'll do is, if their friends steal it and they know they've stole it from somebody else with a smaller vlog, okay, they will shout their friend, I got it from my friend. Bitch, you know your friend got it from over here because both of you motherfuckers was in my motherfucking chat, you bitch. And then they'll stand up on their soapbox, okay, after they get through making an ass out of some of these women, okay, and say, well, this person don't know this person don't know that. They ain't in with the police. They don't know nobody that work with the police. Motherfucker, I worked for the police for 18 years, bitch. Okay. And I still do. They ain't got no investigative skills. And so somebody was saying that was in my chat last night. Well, it's easy for them to say that when they think that they got one up on you because they got hackers. They don't know that they up on the investigation. Them women ain't gonna be able to take them charges. Okay. All right. All right. They ain't gonna be, I mean, they gonna have to take theirs. They ain't gonna be able to take yours. Okay. They ain't gonna be able to take yours. Okay. But it's sad when a lot of these people, okay, are so jealous hearted. They feel like when you have men that have a history of violating and beating women and things of that nature, anyways, it's nothing for them to get on here and violate a woman. But it's sad to me that you have so many other women that's so easy. You have so many women that devalue themselves, that they put these men up on a pedestal. They really violating them and doing them wrong. Anytime you pulling somebody into something illegal, you doing them wrong, right? And oftentimes they're pulling them into it so that when the stuff hit the fan, and it already has hit the fan. I have been trying to tell them it done hit the fan. They think it hadn't because it ain't manifested. Okay. These men don't have no money to get them lawyers. And I think that is sad when I talk about like murder and mayhem and things of that nature, that you have men that get up on YouTube and put hits and set people up, and they feel like that's their way of coming up. It's sad. It's sad on a whole nother level that people have they have systems, because they have professions where they can pull up people's information, okay, and they're going to be audited. Okay, I don't say I didn't warn them. I mean, I can say that because it ain't like they can erase it. Okay, because that remains forever. Everything that I've ever looked up in my systems can be audited. Okay, anything you've ever looked up online can be audited. Okay. um but it's a shame when people are so dogmatic, okay, um that they worry about other people because they can see greatness on them, right? They can see greatness on them instead of stepping their game up. I'm an original. Everybody else has an original situation about them, right? They have an originality. And I think about some of the vloggers. um I don't get along with Onan and I've had issues. It went too far. Okay, so it can never be that's an issue. But Onan has an originality about him. Okay. um there are other vloggers that have distinctive originalities about them. Everybody has their own originality, and so I don't try to step into a zone of anybody else's. I don't try to I don't try and do that. And so when I see greatness on people, I don't immediately um try and attack it. You know what I mean? I think about Coat Figure. He has an originality about him. And I love Coat Figure. And I loved him from the very start when I started coming on YouTube, because Coat Figure had that he had that he's a leader. Okay. And I could tell that he was a good leader, because he would always say, "Coat Figure, follow me." Most leaders, I would see Coat Figure down at the court himself. He didn't send people out, okay, to go and do his dirty work. Okay. um but he has an originality about him, that nobody else he has a distinction that's his mark. Nobody else can do that. Okay. And so each and every person have that. How they use it is between them and God. but Kofiger's using his for good. Okay, there are some other people that use their gifts. That's good. You know, we all have something that draw people to us, whether we use it for good or bad. That's between them and God, right? But people need to step their game up and stop watching other people, you know. Sometimes folks, that's why you have to be very meticulous about what you stick, about what you put into the atmosphere, right? Because you know, folks be listening to you, they already hate you because they hate women. Okay. um they have a history of violating women, and so they see a strong woman, they know I'm not gonna be in a damn I'm not gonna be in no brothels. Okay. I'm not a concubine. Okay. So they already know with my personality that I can't be pulled into nothing. Okay. I can admit I'm pretty stubborn. All right. I am. I've always been, but I watch stuff very closely when people don't think I am. I'm not an investigator for nothing. And regardless of what a bitch say, let me tell you something. I choose to do it the legal way. Okay. When they say, well, if she an investigator, we got these motherfucking hackers. Let me tell you something. I'm not losing nothing I got doing anything illegal when I know a nigga is and these motherfuckers is doing stuff illegal. When they doing it illegal, you can get the right people to get on top of it to stop them. I'm not gonna illegally do anything. They ain't worth me losing nothing. I do it the right way. And sometimes when you do it the right way, it's perpetual. Okay? It's perpetual. Because when it's stopped for good, and the right people stopping it. I can't stop it. I'm not in that field to stop it, because what goes on here, what they're doing, that's federal situation. I'm not an FBI agent. So I leave that to the people. It's been brought to their attention, okay? And I leave that to them to investigate the situation and stop it. And when it's stopped, when they stop it, it's stopped for good. Okay. So when folks think they got one up on you because they got some hackers and they've been doing it and they saying this, and that, no, motherfucker, I don't have a first floor mentality, bitch. Ain't nobody on here worth me losing nothing. They ain't worth me going to jail. Okay. But it's a damn shame, okay, when people when people see greatness on other people and they automatically attack. We got to get her off YouTube, and these women go right at it. Yeah, she gonna be a threat. You can't stop what's for me. You can't stop what's for somebody else. You can't stop that. But it's unfortunate that people have that first floor mentality, and a lot of these women don't know who they are. They spend all their time trying to be accepted by people who don't really appreciate them, anyways. That's using them, because if somebody wants you to be their damn troll, I wouldn't even want to be a part of nothing they got going on. If people wanted me to be involved in doing anything illegal, I wouldn't even want to be a part of nothing they had going on. Because one thing for sure, whatever is built on sand, it can't stand, right? But I see that our people got that crabs in the barrel mentality, and I get to witness it really firsthand on here, because you're dealing with people from all different areas, all walks of life. And it's just like it has always been. You got the black people setting folks up, you got the black people trying to hack other people to get their information, to try to extort, to try and watch them in their home because they're sexual predators and things of that nature. And you got the white people and the others, because they got some Hispanic hackers. They use a lot of foreigners. Okay. I was told that they use some hackers from Fiverr. Of course, they got definitely some Hispanic hackers. Okay. They got some Hispanic hackers. And they got some white hackers, right? And so when you use people from other communities, um, hey, they teach them how to do it, and it's sad that black people are just so um content with trying to destroy each other. I like to talk about that story. I think I've talked about it before. Joseph in the Bible, when his brothers tried to throw him into the pit because And he was sold into slavery because God had given him the gifting of dreaming. I've always been gifted in dreaming. Okay, I could dream something and it happens. I could think something and then it happens. I could be thinking of something and then that person will call me. Okay, everybody has a gift and I'm very in tune to my gifts. That's the reason why I say you can't put your mouth in your hands on everybody. You don't know their ranking in the spiritual realm. But some of these people think that they are God, okay? And it's a good thing, I guess, when they think that they're God because they're in a position for God to whoop them raggedy. It's a darn shame for them to think that they're God. But I'm gonna tell you what's even more pitiful when you have a bunch of people following them as if they are God. Okay. I don't believe in cults. I don't get into cults. I don't believe in stuff like that. That's why when folks come into my chat and say, well, this person was on another channel. This person was talking to this person. I go, okay, cool, because that's what they do. Even on TV, folks don't look at just one TV show. Okay. People come into my chat to be entertained, and they can go to other channels and be entertained too. I'm not a mentally unstable person. Okay. The only time I have issues is when I feel like somebody is sent. And I watch people very closely and I know who's sent. I know who hacks. Okay, I know who know how to get into their stream yard. I let them up on my panel just long enough to figure it out. Okay. All right. And so I think about when Joseph um brothers, he told his brothers knew that he was gifted in dreaming, right? And he told his brother about how God had given him a dream that he was going to make him king over a nation. Now, my dad used to always say, everybody ain't called. Okay, some people just went. When he would be talking about the preachers, he would say, everybody ain't called, some of y'all went. Okay. um but the Bible says many are called but few are chosen. Everybody can be called to do something, but God only chooses a few. Okay. Because everybody don't have the character, and we see that on here. Because anytime you feel like you're supposed to violate somebody else, I don't care how many subscribers you got, I don't care how many you done bought, you ain't gonna go no further because you ain't chosen. Anytime you feel like you need to violate, you ain't chosen to do a damn thing, you further than you gonna go. Okay. And so when Joseph was thrown into the furnace of affliction, okay, he was thrown into the pit because of what he told his blood brothers. Instead of them saying, my brother gonna be a king, our whole family gonna be blessed, that's gonna bless our lineage. That's just like that crabs in a barrel mentality. Let one crab get up and let them learn the system. And if they learn the system, that's when they can reach back in to get you. Instead, when one crab get out, every other crab mad. We gotta kill that nigga because he got out. Motherfucker, you ain't gave him a chance to learn the system so that he can reach back and pull you out if you worthy. Everybody ain't worthy. You can't take everybody with you. Okay. And so he was thrown into the furnace of affliction because his blood brothers got jealous of him, stole into slavery. He ended up working in Potiphar's house. Potiphar's wife, y'all know the story if you know your Bible, wanted to have sex with him. He refused to have sex with her because he wanted to be loyal to Potiphar. Potiphar's wife lied on him like some women have done, some good men lied on him, got him caught up. It happens. Okay. And he was thrown into jail. But see, that was the setup for the come up. Okay. So oftentimes when you're thrown into the furnace of affliction, that's the setup for the come up. People see, they said that, see, God said they meant it for bad, but God can use that. That means it's meant for good. And so he started interpreting dreams because he had the gifts. God says the gifts come without repentance. So regardless of what a devil do, they can't take the gifts. That's the reason why they killed young Dolph. They couldn't stop his gifts. They couldn't stop it. They couldn't stop him. Okay. So the only way they knew to stop him was to kill him, and his gifts live on. Okay. It lives on. So they set themselves up for the downfall. They should have left him alone. And so he started interpreting dreams for the king. And guess what? God gave him favor. Okay. God gave him favor. And because of that favor, because of the gifts that God gave him, he made room for him. Because the Bible says your gifts will make room for you. Okay? And so what happened? He made him king over. He did exactly what God had shown him in the dreams. So your gift, it may be, your blessings may be delayed. That goes to show it may be delayed, but never denied. Sometimes it could be delayed because you open your mouth too soon. It was delayed, but it wasn't denied. Because if God says it, it's final. And that's what these niggas on here don't understand. But a lot of them don't believe in God anyways, because they think that they are God, right? And so Joseph's brothers, okay, later on when God had made him, it was fulfilled. The blessing was fulfilled because if God says it is final, the only person that can forfeit your blessings is you with disobedience, okay? He was obedient. God made him king, okay? And there was a famine in his brother's land. His mother and his father was still alive. I love this story. I promise you I love it. And his brothers came to his land where he was king over, looking for food. Didn't even know who he was, thought they had killed their brother, was near starvation and death. And when he looked at his brothers, he recognized them. They did not recognize him, that their brother that they had thrown into the pit was king. And he said, go get your mother and father. And he turned around and he cried because his brother still didn't know who he was. He said, is your mother and father still alive? They said, yes. He said, go get him, because he had not seen his mother and father in years. They thought he was dead. Mother and father didn't even know what his brothers had did to him. And when he went and got his mother and father, he cried and embraced them. And then that's when he told his brothers. That's who he was. They said, but brother, we thought that you was dead. We're so sorry what we did to you. He said, no, no, no. He said, you meant it for bad, but God meant it for my good. And this next scripture I use all the time, especially when I go through, and I always come out. He said it had to happen. I said this is always in my head, but it was so good for me. So a lot of times you go through when people, especially these devils on here, a lot of these folks is connected to the devilish record companies anyways, okay? And they feel like they get ready to come up on something. Okay, they're giving them crumbs to set folks up. You taking money to have folks killed? You taking money, you using your profession to sell folks information. You motherfuckers. Okay? You meant it for bad, but God meant it for good. I often think about, you know, they're gonna figure out who sold my information. There was a guy that had on all red, had on red. We got his picture. Okay. And they won't even tell me. They ran this picture and they said, we think we know what camp he come out of. Don't worry about it. So when motherfuckers sitting up and saying that I don't know nobody, that's what they want you to think so that they can keep making a motherfucking fool out of you to do their dirt. He stood at my door and we was looking at him on camera. Don't nobody supposed to be at my door with all red on. Okay. He had on a red cap, red clothes, and red shoes. Okay. I got to thinking about. They said, "Who you think sent him?" Hey, he got an affiliation with somebody. Okay, and so that was some months back. And whatever they doing, they know who he is because they ran his picture and was able to get a hit on several people until they got him. That's how bad they is. But she don't know nobody. Keep being a damn fool. And see, what I can't understand is how these folks are so easy to get caught up in criminalistic activities. Bitch, you got kids. Even if you ain't got no kids, you got yourself. How y'all let these men make a fool out of y'all? No man that really cares about you gonna get you caught up in nothing. Men try and protect the women that they really care about. They don't want them in nothing. They don't even want them seen. The ones they really care about, you ain't gonna see them, especially when they doing dirt. Because they don't want them caught up. They had them put away. They had them tucked away. No, she can't be caught up in this because I don't want her getting hurt. You can't see her. I done dealt with hood dudes. I know how they do it. And if they got a love for you, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and I was this guy that I used to date, just as hood as they come. And I said, I would like to interview such and such. We used to date years ago. We ain't got nothing going on now. Okay. And he said, yeah, he said, because I mean, a lot of the Memphis rappers he run with. And he said, well, you know, I I think it would be good for you to interview this one. And these two rappers, I mean, he tight with. He said, but I don't want you to interview the other one. I said, why? He said, because that's we grew up together. That's my dude. He a little arrogant. He'll get on your show and he'll be disrespectful to you. And I don't want to have to whoop his ass. Now that's my boyfriend, ex-boyfriend from 20 years ago. He don't need to be on your panel. He too disrespectful. I don't want to have to whip his ass for being disrespectful to you. That's my dude. Okay. I know how real gangsters rock. Okay. I know a gangster from a pimp. Okay. When they truly care about you, they don't want you disrespected. They're not gonna disrespect you, and they're not gonna put you in positions where you're gonna be hurt, okay, or disrespected. But a lot of these women don't know that because they don't have respect for themselves. They've never been respected. A man dragging you and putting his damn hands on you, a lot of women feel like that means that he loves them. He don't love you. That's just a bum ass nigga. Don't no man put their hands on a woman. A lot on a woman, they feel like that's beneath them. A woman don't have the strength of a man. So they feel like it's beneath them. It takes away from their manhood. Okay. To put their hands on a woman. So when people sit up and say, because y'all know I talk my shit as it relates to CMG and all that, they go, well, Juke them, and you got them other little dudes like Juke and who else, Gip or whatever. I've looked at those dudes, them dudes. Yeah, I believe what I believe as it relates to that, but I don't believe they're gonna send no hits this way. It takes a real bitch ass nigga. I see others, okay? There are some others that's around them, okay, that I watched, that I know their histories, and I go, that's a fuck nigga. I might have to worry about that one. There's some vloggers on here, yeah, they trying to come up. I got to worry about that one. But as far as them, they ain't studying me. Cause see, regardless to what they did to Young Dolph was not right. They come from an old school. That's the reason why I know they know it wasn't right. That's the reason why I stay on top of their heads. But as far as sending a hit at me, they're not gonna do that. They come from an old school situation. Regardless to that was a bitch ass thing what they did to Young Dolph, but they not gonna send no hits this way. That takes it's some real fuck niggas that wanna come up that do that. That's got a history of beating women and think they pimps and shit. Okay. All right. So I think it's a darn shame before God. That's the reason why when folks say, well, I think when people start trolling, I think Juke them saying, no, that's some of these bitch ass bloggers that's hoping to get some favor from them. That's already working with some of the people that's in their camp, their affiliates. And guess what? They still ain't gonna go no further. It's all because of their jealousy. Okay. It's a darn shame before God. Okay. You check their histories. They got histories of beating women, killing women, and all that shit. It's some on here and killed women, choked them out, killed them out. Okay. Because, the law didn't do what they were supposed to do. Right. But people need to worry about themselves and step their game up. Instead, they get about trying to stop somebody else. Okay. They get about trying to stop other people. And I think it's sad. And so when I think about Joseph, I think about how so many people, because the devil can see a lot of times you be so busy and you be so caught up and trying to make yourself better. You don't even see the light and the gifts on your life because you in the rat race, right? But that devil, instead of being about their business, they sitting back because you got that glow on you. You gleaning in the fields. They jealous. They see. They try to mimic everything you do. Okay. They try to become you. They study you and try to become you, and then will try and kill you. Right? If I kill her, we get her off YouTube because see, own network already had looked at. They sure did, and I was too real even then. Okay, I ain't no industry type chick. That's the reason why I make my own waves. Right? If I can't be real, I can't do it. They watched me for months. The lady said, have the producers from New York reached out to you? On TV gonna reach out to you. They had found me and was communicating with me under the guise of other names, and I didn't even know it. And I felt like something was weird. I was like, why are these people? And I would look at their page. I was like, it ain't nothing on their page, but they trying to ask me all these questions about this, and that. And the lady said, I told them I want Tamra. But they got the other girl from out of St. Louis. She's her name was, oh God, she was an anchor in St. Louis. She said, and I told them, no, I want Tamara. And she said, they said, we watched Tamara. We can't have Tamara on TV. And she said, and they used girl, this a black girl, and much respect to her. She said they used her because they did not want to put the truth out, and she went along with it. Okay, she went along with the lie. She said they did not want you in that documentary, even though you had the credentials. They had watched you. Okay, and they said she's too outspoken. She said, and now I see with the crap that they put out, they did not want the truth out about my child. But they sure watched you. She just said, they said she a pretty girl. She just ain't TV friendly for us, for what we're doing at this point. She said, and it is because they wanted to manipulate the truth, and they knew that we're not going to be able to get you to go along with that. She said, now look at all this lies on the national. They tricked us. That's what they did, because with national TV, it ain't about telling the truth. It's just about entertaining the people. They embellish all the time. Right? And so I put that into the atmosphere, and you better believe it's motherfuckers who want to go further, and they doing anything thinking it's going to take them further, but they already got an indictment ahead of them because of the shit they've been doing on YouTube. They done messed themselves up. They just don't know because they being investigated. Okay? Saying I'm the one that's supposed to. They might see her before they see me. And if I can get somebody to take her out, or we can run off, first we're going to try to run off. If not, we'll get dude over there to see if we can pull up a new address again and send some more folks to a house and take out. This is how sick these niggas is on here. You got women that work for hospitals that have that is up under investigation and got insurance licenses that's messing with them HIPAA laws, getting folks um, um, getting people's medical histories. That's federal stuff. All for vloggers so that they can embarrass people. Crabs in a barrel mentality. Black folks. Okay? And so when I was informed that some people was trying to concoct a scheme to come up with some lies to tell on me to try and file some stuff, I was mad as hell. It didn't happen, but I was mad as hell. I guess they thought about it twice. That would have been just the pleasure that they needed, because that's what they do on here. Somebody backed out. But this is the type, but they was waiting, okay? But this is the type of stuff that these people do. Crabs in a barrel mentality. Stop worrying about other people and step your game up. Because if you step your game up, you wouldn't need to hate on other people. I might be a lot of things. I didn't say I was innocent. I could be bitchy. I have mood swings because I have so much going on. And so when people say, well, if she got that much going on, how come she can be on here? You see, I was over on here when I was in my office the other day because I can do that. Okay, because I can do that, right? Because I want to. I have a plan, and my plan ain't to take somebody else down. I have enough faith in myself to know that I don't need to take nobody else down to try to come up. It wouldn't make a difference anyway. Nobody else is connected to my destiny. So why would I need to try and take somebody else down? But when you got that bottom feeding crabs in a barrel mentality, that's what happened. And it's a damn shame that it's men. And I know folks say, well, you go hard on them folks in Dallas. That's because I understand that it originated from a lot of them people in Dallas. It's a darn shame when I look at some of these men that come up out of Dallas. They ain't the only ones. They got some in Missouri, they got some in Atlanta, they got some in California. I ain't no damn fool. I know what's going on. I know who it is. But when it originated, you see these vloggers who could be very successful. They're sitting up doing the stuff that they do, and the women around them too. It's sad. It's sad. But if people believed in themselves, they wouldn't even have themselves caught up in the stuff that they have gotten themselves. I don't care how you try to clean it. Them folks was watching y'all before y'all tried to clean it up or scrub something. You know why? Because it was happening before I even got on the scene. I came on the scene minding my own business, and they became obsessed with me. But when you are a woman hater, and you know a woman hater because they have a history of beating women, they have a history of trying to put women in human trafficking, they have a history of trying to kill women, they have a history of killing women. Okay? They don't like strong women. They want to come at them. And then they affiliate me with the police. So we want to see if we can torture her. And as my grandmother used to always say, they'll mess themselves up trying to mess you up. Okay? I came on here with an agenda. And it's a damn shame that these cis ass men saw me as a threat, and then it became an obsession. Okay? And then it became an obsession like a Ted Bundy type situation. Now I want to see if I can send somebody to kill her. And that's why that man came to my doorstep. If that motherfucker who okay, it happened from the very beginning, though. But if people got about doing what they were supposed to do and believing in themselves, they wouldn't even have themselves caught up in all the stuff that they caught up in. Because I'm gonna tell you something, when it's built on sand, it can't last. Even if these record companies and these folks within the industry could do for you what they said that they could do for you, it wouldn't last if you got it built on sand. It never do. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. It still has not resonated that what God says is final. I don't care how much money anybody in the industry got, it does not overrule the Almighty God that I serve. Okay. And so, I guess I get disappointed in women, and I understand that all women are different. Everybody have their own little insecurities and things of that nature, as women and as men. You're an insecure motherfucker if you like to violate women. But as women, it's so easy, especially when you have a manipulative man, to be beat down, with your words and things of that nature, with their words. And that's what they try to do. They try to figure out what it is about you that you might be having an insecurity about. Okay. And then they try to beat you down with that. That's the reason why I've always told women, don't be telling these men what you done went through with other men, because they be trying to figure out what they can get away with. That's the reason why I say, when they ask me, well, what happened with your kids, that it wasn't meant to be. Yeah, but it wasn't meant to be. They don't need to know that. But so many women are so hurt. They pour, well, I did this, and I did a threesome for him, and I did everything I said to please him. Aha, that's a fool. I can show bump her head. Okay. But it's sad when people feel like their come up is off of women. I don't respect men like that. I've never respected men that feel like their come up is off of a woman. You're a weak man. because a man is supposed to protect and provide. And I ain't talking about being a pimp and protecting a hoe on the street. I'm talking about taking a woman and really protecting and helping her and provide for her and treating her like a queen and respecting her. You know, a woman to sell her ass ain't respecting her. That's using her. But it's unfortunate that stuff like this it goes on. But if people only knew the giftings that they had on the inside of them, they wouldn't have to reap what they sow. Because you sure gonna reap. You got to reap what you sow. The God that I serve is a just God. So if you don't get it back, if these folks that's looking into this stuff that I've told that has happened to me, and some has been founded. I've had people. I appreciate the people that have vouched, stepped up and told. I'm not gonna get into that. Okay, but if God says I can do anything but lie, them folks, when you violate people, you got to get it back. So there has to be some retribution and some justice. Because God is a God of justice. I don't care who you know in the industry. I don't care who you think you are. I don't care how many folks you got around you that make you think you something you ain't. See, that's the reason why I could sit Indian style on my couch and sit alone and meditate. Because I know who I am. I don't need a bunch of people around me boosting my ego. Some people need constant affirmations. That's the reason why they ruin relationships when folks tell them something ain't right. They'll cut them off, cuss them out. Okay. My sister Dima, I love her to death. But one of the reasons I love her as a person, that I'm glad she around me. And sometimes I go, oh Lord, my sister getting on my nerves. But she sure gonna get me straight when I'm wrong. Tam, you shouldn't have did that. I go, Lord have mercy. Now I get think about, Lord, I'm so glad she my big sister. Cause she ain't no yes person. Okay. People want folks around them all the time. Okay. But I'm gonna tell you something, in the end, she sure got my back. She sure got my back. But the problem is people want folks around them all the time, okay? That's going to go along with their bullshit. That ain't gonna call them on what they do, gonna say, no, I don't want to go kill that person like you said. They'll excommunicate them. They want people to consistently, they want folks around them. That's how folks get killed too, especially when I know a person with low self-esteem that want them always giving them affirmations and praising them and stuff like that. They have to be consistently praised. That's a narcissist, okay, and an insecure fool. And the moment they called on what they do wrong, they be ready to kill you, okay? They don't have people around them that's gonna call them on their crap, okay? But step your game up, okay? And stop worrying about other people. Worrying about other people ain't gonna make you no money unless you think you're gonna get some money out putting a hit on them because of their greatness. I just wish a lot of women knew the power that they had. A woman can make or break a man. She can build him up with her words, or she can break him by leaving his ass and saying, "No, you ain't gonna leave, you're not gonna use me." Because see, I know women know how to accessorize stuff and make it better. That's the reason why men be wanting a lot of women around them. It draws a crowd. But the problem with that is they be looking to use them like a pimp, and then the women be left with nothing. They barely making it. While he, being a pimp he is, oftentimes, right? And so, as I was saying, when they see strong, they have strong. The men that violate have issues with strong women. They oftentimes become obsessed with them. They come obsessed with trying to figure out what their weakness is, trying to get something on them so they could see how they could try to break them down. That's what they do. It becomes an obsession. That's the reason why I know it's a lot of freaks on here. We already know because we know their background, right? Right? We know their background. You know why? Because the police has pulled their background up. You think I'm gonna get information that I've been violated by some of these folks and ain't gonna report it and they ain't look into it and pull their back? The first thing they did was pull their history up. But I think it's a shame, y'all, that our community has that crabs in a barrel mentality. And some of these women too. I was in shock when I saw how some of these women make fake pages. You know, I've learned recently some of these female bloggers and come into my chat to harass me and been doing it the whole time. It's sad. It's a darn shame before God because of jealousy. Jealousy is as cruel as the grave. That's the reason why I say step your game up because you can't stop what the gifts that God has given me. Step your game up and stop worrying about other people. Because what's going to happen is people can't get ahead. You know why? Because they always creating bad karma for themselves. And they pull themselves back or keep themselves back, held back, because they reaping what they sow from that bad karma that they've created for themselves that usually comes from jealousy. And in the end, they still can't stop the plan of God because if he says it, it's final. So step your game up and stop worrying about other people. And I know this conversation was loaded, but hey, that's how I do it. It's my channel. Okay. I like to do it like that. Okay. But I ain't gonna hold y'all because I got to get out and I gotta go make some money. Okay. You know, somebody asked me what would I do if Young Dolph had not died? I'd be doing what I was doing when I first uploaded shows. What in 9 years ago? I'll be doing my TV show, getting advertisement on my TV show. I'll be doing all the other things that I do. Okay. That's what I'll be doing. And this is just added. Okay. What would you be doing if I wouldn't if you weren't in my chat? What you was doing, what you do the whole time, troll other people, right? Troll other people. That's what you'd be doing. Okay. Anyways, you guys, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App. I want you guys to be great. I'm gonna tell y'all something I do every morning when I sit on my couch in Indian style and close my eyes. Do self affirmations. Once you start telling yourself that I'm beautiful no matter what, because see, I know as women, our weight fluctuating and stuff all the time, child. When you work and you stressed out, you trying to build something. I just lost 17 pounds out because I had gained a lot of weight, but I'm getting back down to my regular weight. A woman's weight fluctuates all the time. Okay, especially when we're stressed out. Our stress hormone is in our stomach, so when we're stressing, it makes your stomach bigger. That hormone is released. Okay. And so as women, we're the models. We're always trying to do this, and that. I got grown kids, but I'm always helping them trying to do this. I have my grandbaby to make it easier because I can do that for my child. She's back in college. She's working. My other child is back in college. She's working. I'm always, uh, um, you know, helping my kids. My dad had some business that he left behind that I try to get into. You know what I mean? It's gonna take a minute, but I truly have things going on. But what you have to do is you have to look yourself in the mirror and make affirmations. What you say to yourself matters, and believe what you say. Because if you give yourself affirmations, you tell yourself that I am loved, I am beautiful, I am this. No matter what, I'm gonna do this. It wouldn't matter what a joker on the outside said, it'll bounce right back up off of you. And you say, you know what? Because see, when I feel like people are saying things to try and hurt me, I get them up out of my life. I go, that's a dig right there. I don't want nobody like that. You came in trying to throw a dig at me. You got to bounce. I don't accept stuff like that. Right. But if you start loving on yourself, those are the types of people that you will attract in your life. And after a while, all of you will start to see, once you start loving on yourself, what is not love when people are using you for their come up, right? And then all of that negative stuff will start to drop off. A lot of people holding themselves back from blessings that God got for them because they got the wrong people around them. God can't even elevate you because you can't elevate until you drop off the dead weight. God ain't gonna elevate you with the wrong people around you so that they can forfeit the blessings. You can't go before kings with clowns. A lot of people know that you have a gift on you and they already know that you are destined. That's the reason why I don't have a lot of people around me for greatness. And they hang around so that they can try and drain you so they can be there when you come up. Get them out your life. Get them up out your life. Okay. And every breakup ain't bad. There have been some situations to break my heart. But it sure elevated me to the next level when I cut it off. I'm a woman too. I done made some bad choices. It's sometimes it's people you can't shake. You go, dog, I thought I was feeling this. I can't shake him. He come back, we soulmates, dog, I can't shake him. Maybe he got all this potential. And God said, nah, you the gift. You the gift. Yeah, they got all that potential, but they ain't loyal to you. You the gift, you the brains. You will help that nigga with the winner's mind you got. And he ain't right. You will help him to put him in front of other women that he ain't loyal to you anyways. And he gonna do it, I believe you. So God broke that stuff off because it wasn't meant to be anyways. Okay. Everything that you think is meant to be ain't. And then you shake that stuff off. And then you start getting calls. Hey, I heard that you was interested in this contract. Hey, it happened. You can't go to the next level until you start shaking that dead weight up off of you. Because oftentimes the wrong people in your life will draw the wrong eyes because they got all the wrong energy around you. People start looking at you as a lick. Okay. People start looking at doing evil things to you. They got women around them that women are real easy to become obsessed with other women that a man, they feel like a man is dealing with, especially if they think that other woman is better than them. They try to hijack her energy. They start doing any and everything to become that. The devil starts pulling on you and you don't even know why. They start praying against you and you having all types of issues. These folks dealing witchcraft now. You go, dog, what in the world is going on? It's because the energy of that man, the women that he's got around him that have zoned in on you and see this bitch better than me. I'm gonna try to become that. I'm gonna try to pull on that energy and hijack it. Well, I still ain't her because I ain't got that winner's mind she got. So the next thing is voodoo. And you start having all kinds of problems and you don't even know where it's coming from. When God shows you who people are, get them up out your life. If it ain't working out, anything that's meant to be ain't supposed to be hard. Everything that has ever been meant for me, it fell in my lap. Okay? When God says it's time to go, leave. I don't care how much time you invested in it, go. It's time for you to elevate. Everybody just ain't meant to go. Chop it up. I've been with him 10 years. Chop that shit up. Go on with your life. It's another man waiting for you. That's going to help to take you to another level. Men come in not to hijack, but to add. Okay? Anytime I've ever talked to a man and they said, I'm talking about, well, I wanna move in with you. I could do a lot with you. Boy, bye. You trying to come up off of me? No, you trying to take me down. Okay? You trying to take me down. You ain't got nothing to add. I'm on the go. I'm on the elevator on the go to the top. I don't stay on the first floor. And if you ain't careful, you get a Negro that you on the first floor, he'll take you all the way down to the lower level trying to ride your back. Okay? If he can't ride the elevator to the top, first of all, he's supposed to already be ahead of you. then he better have a capacity if that elevator gets stuck to carry me on the stairs. If I get tired, he can pick me up and we go through the stairway and go to the top by any means necessary, and it ain't setting folks up to die. Okay, because he got a winner's mind too. But too often people get with folks that's unequally yoked. They got their users. I can't stand no user. I can't stand no user. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't agree with people selling drugs. So I'm gonna tell you something. Working for the Memphis Police Department and the Sheriff's Office, I worked for both of them. I seen what dudes will come through, especially dudes that hustled in the street. I can respect the dude better when they say, you know what, hey, man, why you out there selling drugs? Look, I messed my background up. I can't really get no good job. Okay. So I'm out there, I gotta make it happen for my girl and my kids. It ain't right. But I can respect him better than I respect the nigga that's putting a woman out there to hoe. She gotta make it happen for me. My come up, you bitch. And that's the reason why you're gonna stay stuck. Because God says the woman is the blessing. A lot of these men don't even understand that they can't even go to another level because God has put a woman in their life to be his helpmate, not to bring him up, but to be his helpmate. She's got the winner's mind. He's got the work ethic. They don't even know how to treat her because they want a hoe. They want a porn star. Okay, that's a flodger. Okay, that's got a fast mouth that can lie to them because they trying to hijack somebody else's energy. Okay, they mistreating the person that God has put in their life. Okay, to help them. They dogging out the wife that they got. They dogging out the woman that they got because they want a slut. Okay. And so that's why oftentimes, a lot of times when these men have good wives and stuff and they've built a fortune, money makes more men attractive, especially to gold digging sluts. His wife has helped him to build an empire. And so he becomes attractive to sluts, right? And so he starts believing the hype. His wife ain't good enough no more. And that's why oftentimes when he mess over his family, he stays stuck because that woman was that blessing. He lose everything. He lose everything and have to start all over again. First of all, they're going to hire me as a private investigator. Okay, the woman is, okay? And we going to get her what she needs so she can get over half of the shit in court. That's why they hire me. I'm the best. That's why they be calling me all in Arkansas and shit. Okay? Fuck what a nigga say. I know what it is. Okay? That's why them lawyers like me. Because I'm going to get it. Okay? I got the equipment to get it. And then his ass lose everything because she going to get it. Once we get the evidence of what he doing, she going to get it all. Because he done committed adultery and she was with him from the beginning. Then he having all these issues, have to start all over. He can't even do half of it because he had the woman with the winner's mind, motherfucker. You just had the work ethic. She knew the business part. She learned the business part so that she could be your business partner. She was your secretary, your accountant. You can't win no more. You done messed over your good thing. Because God says when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing and obtains favor from God. You done messed up. And a lot of times it'd be hard for them to ever come up again until he make it right with that woman. Even if she don't want him no more, he have to go back and make it right and start all the way from the beginning again. And then God might show him some more favor. Okay. But I want women to know who they really are. I know who I am. That's the reason why these men on here hating on me. She ain't gonna be in no concubine. You goddamn right, bitch. You fucking right. I know who I am. Fuck you. Kiss my ass, nigga. Learn who you are. Stop trying to come up off of women. Okay? Stop feeling like you could talk to women in a kind of way. I feel like men weak that feel like they need to talk bad to women. I don't even like men that try to talk bad to women. You's a bitch. Okay, they get mad at me for saying that this is my platform. Use a hoe. Okay, and I know how to treat men. I know respectful men when I see them, and they get the utmost respect from me. And when they say, "Wait a minute, baby, I got this," and when they respect, well, okay, oh, you got that, okay, I shut up. I know it's my platform, but you okay? Somebody come up there talking crazy, it's my platform, but you got it, okay? Because that's what real men do. But oh Lord, I hope I didn't go over. I didn't went all over the place with this, but ladies, know who you are. Do affirmations, men too. Y'all do too. Y'all do it too, because a lot of these men they hurt. Get off the drugs, okay? Get up off the drugs and all that, okay? Say no to drugs, okay? Just say no to drugs, okay? Gain your place back, because we need good men, okay? We need them to be on the throne, though, okay? I don't want no clown on the throne. I want a king on the throne, okay? The man's position is to hear from God. A lot of these men thrown out. They think they are God. Bitch, you ain't God. The man's position is to hear from God. And when he hears from God, he's supposed to hear from God on how to lead his woman and his children. And then these men ain't doing that. And they get mad at women because we're leading. Well, I can't be with no strong black woman. Bitch, you put me in a position where I had to be strong because you wasn't shit. Now they mad. How your kids gonna eat if she ain't strong? You ain't there. You in and out of jail for another man under the guise of keeping it real. Okay. But the man is supposed to be the leader all day, every day. A real one, not a clown. You can't lead and you don't feel like you're supposed to work. You can't lead me nowhere. And if you ain't hearing from God, you can't say a damn thing to me, because I'm going to tell you to kiss my ass. You ain't lead me nowhere. Okay? But you a righteous man. You a provider and a protector. And you hearing from God, you on your knees praying. I'ma submit every time. Nah, baby, my man said this. I trust him. That's the difference when you're dealing with a righteous man. Okay. But anyways, you guys, I want you guys to I got to get out and go make some money. Okay. I got a client waiting on me right now with some money. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you can definitely support the channel via Cash App. I love you guys. Talk with you later.